Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Colorful Advice. Today's video is a very positive video. So let's get ahead with the topic of today. Today I want to talk about how you can stay in a positive mood or positive energy. You know, every human being normally has a positive side to them and a negative side to them. So staying in a positive environment is also having a positive friends, having a positive thought, having a positive, people around you, so to say. And being in a positive spaces in your life, you can go to a positive place, you can go to a negative place. You know, when you feel like, suppose you are in a place where there is a negative energy, negative people are around, and people talk about things that is not even appealing to you. People love creating negative energy around other people. It's not you who wants to interact with such a people who are very negative, but there are negative people. They come around you. Negative energy are everywhere in the world, wherever you go. There is a negative side to the world and there is a positive side to the world. So yes, everywhere you go, forget about going to another part of the world, but being in your own environment, being in your neighborhood, there are negative people who live there too. Maybe you have a very negative people as a neighbor. Maybe you have a negative people in your workplaces. Maybe you have a negative people at the side of your family. Maybe you have a negative people, wherever you go and interact with people. There are good people and bad people. And there are also very bad people, so much so that they are very negative people. They never ever have anything good to say. Nothing comes out of their mouth that is positive. It's also a vibe or energy that can make your mind feel like comfortable, happy. You know, it's encouraging. You can go ahead, whatever you want to do. You feel like nothing breaks you. Nothing really troubles you. You can go ahead. Because, you are interacting. Because you yourself, you are involved being in a very positive mood, positive people, positive energy. If you want to succeed that, you need to work on yourself to stay positive. First and foremost, where it starts to be positive is you, yourself, being a positive person. Seeing life, it has ups and downs, but I'm working on, being positive all the time. Positive energy drives you towards a positive space to be in life. But when you are all the time negative and you are surrounded yourself with the negative people who always discourage you and always tells you this doesn't happen, this is not going to happen, you're not going to achieve this. These kind of people who have a, very limited mind and never ever, believe in there is a good side to life and there is a positive side to life. Because every hard work, I believe, it pays off in a very good, positive way. But you need to have a very positive energy as well. When you want to be in a positive mindset, you need to be yourself also encouraging, you know what, I heard this kind of a story, but no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do this anyways. So yes, the decision always comes out from you. It's not, what the other person told you yesterday is what you have to believe and keep it going with it. Because that person, what he told you, every good advice you take from people, but you don't take every negative thoughts they have, because it can destroy your, energy towards a negative one, because that discouragement that you heard yesterday, some people think that's what it is. This is it, this is it. I'm not going to achieve this. This is it. I'm not going to do this. Because a negative energy most of the time can have an impact in your life in a negative way. Not every person takes somebody else's advice as the best advice. You always calculate, you always think twice before you make decision and before you go ahead with that person's advice. They can advise you at times in a negative way, because that's what that person thinks. It's not what you think, it's not what you want to hear, But also prepare your mind. There is also a negative side to life that, at times you can hear things that you don't want to hear. And these things you need to accept. You need to have the balance of accepting, but also achieving your position where you want to be. Both ways, you should never mix it, because, two people who are sitting next to you might not have the same idea of, achieving things or going around your life. Everybody has their own mindset and they live according to that. But you have, decided to really stay positive, and yet whatever that comes your way, you're going to accept it, whatever it might be, but you stay positive. You keep it moving. And that's, the best thing you can ever do is just, just encourage yourself. Never have that image of giving up. But you keep going, That's also a positive move, right? So yeah, many people might not advise you. Many people might not advise you the way you want them to advise you. So take the best advices from your loved ones. Even some people, if you don't like the advices and you have another goal where you are not hearing from them, the advice that goes to that, space that you want to be, then you shift your mind from there, and you just keep going, because you have this drive in your mind that says, I want to do this. I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to stay positive. And also, another advice that I have for you is every negative people around you, you need to really push away from your life. And these kind of negative people, they go and block every blessing that come to you. Every blessing that you want to do, everything that is coming towards you, whether it's a good job, whether it's, if you keep on listening to their advices, that is not going anywhere. Sometimes you might end up in a space where you are very sad and you actually blame yourself for that. But experience is experience. You experience good things in life, you experience bad things in life. But the question rises, what can I do about it? How can I change it? How can I go towards my goals and my positive thought? How can I boost it? You can boost it through not, surrounding yourself with negative people, who can always discourage you, always tell you cannot achieve this, you cannot be here, this is not how it should be. I tried, but it never worked for me. It hasn't worked for him, but it can work for you, vice versa, because he had been living his life, or she, in a very different kind of thoughts in their life. But you are positive. You pray to Almighty, and you ask your du'as where you want to be. Yes, and you keep moving. You keep moving and you try to reach where you want to reach. So that's the difference between two people or three people. Everybody has a thought. Everybody has a different advices. Everybody has a different, look when it comes to life. And yes, you have your own thought and your own look and your own, mind and your own, decisions. So that's what makes you all different. And everybody follows, every one of us follows what he or she thinks is right for them. Whatever that is positive and a good thing for you and for your life, and suppose for your family lives, you should go ahead with that decision, because it works for you. It's actually good for you, and it makes you a positive person. Because, when you have a different kind of advices that comes from left and right, at times it might crush you, and maybe you might think, oh, this was not the right thing for me to do, but you have to go with your mind where you want to reach and your heart, and then pray, make du'as, and at the same time, you will be where you want to be. You will be where you want to be. You will reach where you want to reach, and with the help of Almighty. And yes, I hope that helps you today making decision and whatever you want to do with your life, because, at the end of the day, the decision lies in you. It's nobody else's business. And what makes you happy doesn't make happy the other person next to you. That person might see it different, but it works for you. So people are different. So my advice to you is today, how you can stay in a positive mindset, yet achieve what you want to achieve in life, but also surround yourself with positive people who can really encourage you and care for you and love you. So yes, my advice of today is to stay positive, push yourself towards the space that is a good space for you to be. What is good space? Everybody has their own spaces that they find it comfortable and a good space to be. But you have a choice to make. What do you want to do with your life? How you want to do it? How you want to achieve it? And who you want to surround yourself around you. So yes, that's my advice today. So I hope you benefit from this video. You can watch this video on my YouTube channel. It's called The Colorful Advice. Take care of yourself and take care of others. Peace and love.